You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna have sound because I'm not here on the screen. Well, I'll be damn. I'm downstairs. And this is what I'm okay. We're not gonna have sound because I'm not here on the screen. Damn. I ain't even pull myself up. My bad, you guys. This whole time I'm out here tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping, y'all. The whole time I'm tripping, y'all. I'm not even on the screen. I'm down here. I forgot how to use this software and didn't even pull myself up. The whole time I'm thinking my mic is broke, but it ain't even my mic. I didn't even put myself up on the screen. I'm down here in the backstage talking and talking and talking and asking you guys, hey man, is my mic good? Because it's the same mic. I just went back and used the other software I had, and everybody was like saying, like, huh? Yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now, are we good now? So everybody let me know in the chat because I went back to the old software. You guys were talking about the intro not being there. You guys were talking about this mic and saying that the mic that I had on the other software I was using was not good. So the other software, I don't know what it was, you guys. I tried everything to troubleshoot that, man. It wasn't my mic. I even bought a new mic, everything. It wasn't a mic. It was a software. So the software was just going haywire, was just going crazy. I don't know what the hell was going on. Like, what the hell is going on? And I was trying to change every single feature possible to solution and fix the problem, and it wouldn't get fixed. So after that, I was just like, okay, this is just bull job. This system and setup is bull job because my internet service is super fast and all of this stuff. So it couldn't be that. My mic was new. I got a new mic and it was still happening the same crap. So let's get into the video, you guys, and talk about what's going on, man. I apologize, but we good now. So I want to talk about the situation with Serena. You guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And Serena Williams, man, she's facing hellified criticism. And I'm going to tell y'all why, right? She's facing criticism out of the kazoo because of this. Now, as you guys see, this went viral with Serena going out here dancing all, you know what I'm saying? People, first of all, people are getting on her for her weight loss, saying that she's been using some type of what's that stuff called, y'all? The shot that these people be getting. Some type of shot, I forgot. They're saying that she's using that for weight loss. They're accusing her of that, but they're also going in on her skin. Now she has got intense public criticism and not only that, social media speculation regarding her weight loss and them alleging that she bleached her skin because look at her color. Her color is completely different. You know what I mean? And people have been getting on her helmet about this, and I want to tell you guys what's going on because I actually have some reports on this because now I know. So basically, she came out and defended all of this, basically saying that her physical changes, can be attributed to a medically assisted, right, postpartum weight loss journey, and basically normal variations in lightening and makeup. Now, I don't know how she can say makeup because her stomach's the same color as everything else, but we're going to talk about that in a second. But basically, back in August of 2025, Serena Williams revealed that she had lost 31 to 38 pounds using a GLP-1 weight loss medication after struggling to shred that postpartum weight naturally following the birth of her second child, which I don't understand how because Serena, all she had to do was get in the gym. She's very active. She's athletic. Serena being in the gym for 2 months, she'd have been down just like that with her type of metabolism and her, stamina and things like that. But she got a lot of scrutiny, right? After she partnered with a direct to patient telehealth company named Ro as a celebrity ambassador, right? Appearing in a high profile commercial. Now, social media users accuse her of taking shortcuts into feeding into Hollywood's strict body ideals and moving away from the powerful muscular physique that defined her iconic tennis career, right? Now, in July of this year, she posted that video right there. Y'all see on the screen. I screenshotted it, but she posted a video of her dancing right there on the right hand side, as y'all see. Now, in that video on the right hand side, right, people were telling her she looks unrecognizable, right? And she basically came out and said, as an athlete and as someone that has done everything, I just couldn't get my weight where I needed to be at a healthy place. And believe me, I don't take shortcuts. She shared during BuzzFeed. Now, the rumor mill peaked in late 2024 when a viral video of her volunteering at her daughter's school play showed her with a noticeably lighter skin complexion. And the debate resurfaced aggressively early this year after the photos leaked from Venus Williams' 2025 wedding, right? Now, the critics accuse her of bleaching her skin, using chemical peels, and attempting to distance herself from her true identity, right? Now, she addressed the rumors head on during an Instagram live session while promoting her makeup line, Win Beauty. She says, I'm calling you out on this because it's ridiculous. I'm dark. I'm a dark black woman, and I love who I am, and I love how I look, she stated, as reported by ABC News. She clarified that her lighter appearance was due to a combination of heavy stage makeup, reduced sun exposure, and variable photography lighting. Now, her husband has come out as well, blasting critics on X, pointing out that online commentators simply do not understand how professional photography lighting works and how it alters skin tones across different angles. Right now, we got to talk about this, bro. I'm seeing too many pictures of Serena, bro. You ain't finna tell me that you went from that color on the left to that color on the right, bro. That's a whole different color, man. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Like they say, nah, we didn't do it. Bro, I'm telling you, have you seen people? Because Serena looked like that her whole career on the left-hand side. Then the last couple of years, now all of a sudden your whole skin is lighter. Like everything's lighter like that. All of a sudden now, everything changed. That's why I looked at it when I saw it. I was like, man, I don't know, man. She looking shaky, man. That's how I was looking at it, right? I'm literally looking at it like, yo, hold on, man. This ain't something going on here, man. Because I'm looking at Serena, bro, and it's just like, and people are going in on her. You can see the comment down at the bottom of your screen says, I don't know what's going on with Serena. Like people literally was going in on her about this. So she definitely getting smoke on this, without a doubt. Serena's definitely getting smoke on this, right? And I guarantee you she doesn't like the criticism that she's getting, which is why her and her husband are clapping back. But I've seen a lot of people blaming the husband too, saying that the husband pushed her into this. Now, there's no evidence that he did that, but I saw those comments online basically blaming the husband and blaming people saying that Serena's trying to be white because her husband white. Again, Serena have denied all these skin bleaching allegations and stuff like that. But, you know, again, man, that just don't look like the Serena we know, man. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all, man. Like, that looks nothing like the Serena Williams we know. Right? I'm just because her skin complexion, bro, like her whole career, bro, she's brown, she's dark skinned. Like y'all see it right there on the left hand side. Now she's light brown, all over, stomach and everywhere. Right? So she said she said that it was lighting and that she wasn't, bro. Lighting ain't doing that. Because even when she was in different lighting, when she was playing back before, she ain't look like that. Then when y'all talk about when we look at her, just if you look at her body like that, if she's saying, okay, it's the lighting, this and the third, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Was your stomach that same color the whole time underneath? I doubt it. You know why I doubt it? Because there's pictures of Serena Williams in a bikini on the beach, and she don't look nothing like that, dog. Let me see if I pull this up. There's pictures of Serena Williams on the beach in a bikini in the past, right? And she don't look nothing like that. So I don't know. Her whole skin was different. Hold on. All right. Wasn't that light? Hold on. Let me pull this up for y'all. Who got a whole trap? How? Even when she did Sports Illustrated, her skin wasn't looking like that. And you know they do all kind of cameras and stuff like that. Even when she did Sports Illustrated, y'all. All right. And then she's had other photos from the past. Hold on. Let me see. I don't want to show all of them online, but I just want to show y'all so y'all can see this, man. Like, I'm just saying, bro, I ain't see it, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, Serena used to have that super thickness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pretty much know this. She used to be super thick. This ain't no secret. You know, that's why guys used to be like talking about Serena all the time. She was super thick. Hold on. Let me put this up here. I want to show y'all this. So the reason why I can tell she's getting that criticism is because people are looking and saying, hold on, man. So that's what you're saying, but this is what you was looking like before. Bro, that's a whole different color right there, my G. That's a whole different color. Just keeping it 100. You can just see the whole body. Like I said, that's the whole body. That's before all the weight loss and everything. That's the true, like, thickness. No BBL, no none of that, right? So then when you go look at the other picture, right? This one, I'm looking like, hold on, bro. And she's all in the light. She's all in the light. Right? Even in this one right here from Sports Illustrated, it's like she, you know what I'm saying? Again. Right? Y'all see. Right? So now you look at that. Again, bro. You know, this is the reason why she's getting heavy criticism, man. She's getting a lot of criticism about this, y'all. So, you know, I'm just saying, man, like, she getting heavy Chevy criticism. I'm talking about real big time criticism. And so again, I don't see the correlation between the two. I don't think that Serena looks like the Serena that we know. You don't go from that to that, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Like, you ain't never went outside the whole time? So to me, again, man, you know, I understand why people are questioning us. Again, she said she didn't do it. I'm not going to say, hey, she did. Right? Right? I'm not going to say she did. I'm just saying, y'all see what's up. Right? That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen, you guys. You got to trap out. You got to hold. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. Let's get to this. I want to talk about this situation with Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's back in the news getting cooked again, man. I'm thinking, man, what the hell going on with Oprah Winfrey, man? So Oprah Winfrey is now getting criticized for something else, right? Now, Oprah Winfrey, according to reports, she has sparked backlash over claims that young people aren't supposed to have a work-life balance. I don't know what the hell been going on with Oprah Winfrey lately, and I'm just going to be honest with everybody in this video. I don't know what's been going on with Oprah Winfrey, but something's been going on with Oprah, man, because she's been saying a lot of stuff lately. I forgot. It was something else she was just being criticized about. She said, I forgot who she said something about. Monique came out and went in on her. Yeah. It was Whitney Houston. She came out, said, talking that stuff about Whitney Houston, but now, and she got a lot of criticism off the Whitney Houston comments, right? A lot. But now she's out on this. And as you guys can see, it says Oprah has sparked
fierce backlash after claiming young people aren't supposed to have a work-life balance at the start of their careers. The billionaire mogul, it says, media mogul, who's 72 years old, was recently criticized for failing to challenge Meghan Markle's claim that she was silenced by the royal family. Ignited further debate as she discussed her career on The Baby. This is Keke Palmer podcast. Oprah Winfrey, who is a self-made star with an estimated net worth of $3.4 billion, said that she tells young girls graduating from college not to expect to have a work-life balance and put in the work in order to be truly free in their later years as she is. Now that drama ignited when Keke Palmer, who's 32 years old, asked Oprah Winfrey, well, what is for you the definition of living your best life now? What does it look like? And the host responded, well, it looks like freedom. It looks like being able to make the choices that are based on what you really want, which I think is the most important question. You know, I think when you're not free, not completely free, you can't make decisions based on what you want. You have to do what you want. This is what I say to my girls, you know, graduating from college and starting their first jobs. They're talking about me, you know, work-life balance. And it goes on, right? It says at this point, I go, you ain't had no work-life balance at 22. It's not there. You're not supposed to have it. You're not supposed to lay in the work, right? The star added that she has reached a point in her life where her choices come from the purest part of myself, saying I only do what I want to do, and I've earned the right to do that because there's lots of times I had to do what I had to do. She added, a lot of people think, oh, I just want to do what I want to do. You got to work to be able to do what you want to do. You have to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. So the fans quickly weighed in with their comments, with some lambasting Oprah Winfrey for not being able to relate to normal people, while others praised her for sharing advice that helped her become success after growing up in poverty with a single teenage mother. Now, one follower wrote, don't take advice from billionaires. They can't relate to normal people's lives and give advice based on real life struggles. She became a millionaire at 32 years old and has been living with financial freedom for a few decades now. A fan then responded, that sounds absurd. She was born a millionaire. She worked for it. Or she wasn't born a millionaire. She worked for it. Why would I take advice from someone who acquired? Why wouldn't I take advice from someone who acquired billions out the mud? Others praised the merit of Oprah Winfrey's remark, but called out that they're conditional on surviving long enough to enjoy the fruits of hard work, right? And so, you know, they going in the comments right here, man. It says, bad take. Life is too short to sit around miserable, overworked, underpaid, and mistreated every day. We have a new disease popping up, wars all over the globe, flooding, wildfire, violence, and so on. Happiness and peace isn't a destination. We should be trying to find it every day in our journey. I agree with that comment. Let me say this. That comment I agree with, right? I'm going to tell y'all why. Y'all, think about this, y'all. Most people that's watching this video, what you do? You do the same damn thing every day, Monday through Friday. It make you sick. It make you sick. You're like, man, I do the same thing every day, bro. You have missed out on life the last, 20, maybe 30, maybe 15, maybe 10, depending on how old you are. But between probably 10 and 30 years, maybe 35 years, right? You have missed out on enjoying a major part of your life because you didn't have no balance. I'm a person who believes, hey, man, look, you should have balance because balance keeps you mentally intact, in my opinion. Balance keeps you in a happy place. You understand what I'm saying? It keeps you in a place where, you know, you're not stressed out. I see so many people stressed out and basically aging. Don't y'all know that? You can age yourself sometimes with a lot of stress, overworking, when you don't have a balance of just being able to take a breath. And some people say, well, Ticket, I can't do that. I got this, I got that. I understand that. I totally understand that. But sometimes everybody got to take a second, man, and just breathe, right? Straight up. So what am I saying? I'm saying that even if it's on the weekends or something like that, let's just say it's on the weekends. At least you just do something every weekend to get your mind, you off on the weekends, do something to get your mind right. Refresh and recharge your batteries for the next work week. Right? Some of y'all may do it by being at home, sleeping all day. You understand what I'm saying? During the weekend. Some of y'all will sleep all day and feel recharged for Monday. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they don't do that. They still active doing certain things, but it's not something that is a stress reliever, right? I believe that people should, on your days off, if you have them, because some people don't have them. In this world we live in, this era we live in, man, a lot of people are still working second jobs. So even if you got your one job Monday through Friday, you might be working a side job on the weekend. Some people's driving Ubers and stuff like that on the side. So, and on the weekend, they driving a whole lot of hours, really stressing themselves out. Bro, you got to have that balance, man. I'm telling you, you ain't got that balance, bro. If you don't have that balance, and Oprah has to understand one thing. Oprah grew up in a whole different era, bro. Oprah Winfrey grew up in an era where the rules of engagement were different than what it is now. The era we live in now, yeah, a whole lot more women want to go hard, but you see a lot of them having fun too. Like they'll go out with their girls, go out and eat, go out to a club somewhere, go out and get a drink. I see it all the time. All you gotta do is look them down your timeline, right? So a lot of these girls that's around 30, 29, 28, 27, they have balance, especially if they're not married, right? Now, the ones who are married, you don't have that much. And then think about this. Oprah Winfrey, she been married to Stedman. How long was she married to Stedman? Was she Oprah Winfrey married to Stedman back then? Because if you have a married life with kids, that changes the dynamics as well. So I think a lot of things changes dynamics in this world that we live in, man. And I think that we all have to be conscious and think about these things, when we analyze in these different situations, man. So when Oprah says this stuff, man, I just, like I said before, does she have some advice that can help people? Of course. I mean, she's a billionaire, right? But does she have all the answers? No, nobody. I don't think nobody have all the answers, but I do believe, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I would forever say this. I do believe, right? They never married. Okay. So she ain't never been married, but I do believe that men and women, everybody should have a balance in life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Now I know some people just like, man, you're a workaholic. You work. Imagine this, y'all. By the time you finish working, your whole life don't pass by. You don't even feel right 25 years, 30 years later. You don't aged out, stressed out, everything, bro. You don't worn yourself down. You don't even have stress relievers. You don't go to the gym. And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of ladies and fellas, they doing that now. So they're going to the gym when they get off work. They got a little routine and things that they like to do that, takes their stress off their minds and gives them a little bit of balance from just going to work every single day and grinding out all the time, right? So you may have your little schedule. You get off work, or maybe you go before work. You might get up real early and you go to the gym. Some people get up and go before work. Some people go after work. They'll go right to the gym. After work, go right to the gym, get that work in for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, get that stress off. And then when they get home, they take care of whatever they got to take care of at home. Because they're not cooking every night no more. Them days is over with. Because, a lot of the ladies are now staying at home. So you're not cooking at night all the time. You might cook how many times y'all ladies cook? That's listening to this right now. How many times y'all cook? Like what? 3 times? What? How many times y'all cook each week? To the ladies that's listening to this right now, you cook how many times each week? Let's think about that right now. You during the week, you may cook 2 times. Shit, ain't no 5 days. There ain't no 5 days. You ain't going to work and coming home cooking 5 days. Right? Some of them days it's gonna be, hey, you stop and get something to eat. Some of them days is gonna be a leftovers. There ain't gonna be no coming home cooking. Somebody say every night, man, God, dog, you a beast. If you go to work full time, you come home and cook every single night. You a beast. And I'm talking about to the ladies that's going to work. And I'm talking about Monday through Friday. I ain't talking about the weekends. The weekends is different. I'm talking about Monday through Friday. Because most people, you know, they have Saturday and Sunday off unless you work another job or unless your schedule makes you work Saturday or Sunday. Right? So I know most people, to be honest, they cooking 2 days out of the week, Monday through Friday. One of those 2 days may be, one or two of those days may be leftovers. Another day you may get some fast food or something like that on the way home. And some of y'all buy the microwavable meals and say, hey, man, look, that shit in the microwave. You know what I'm saying? Get it how you live. You dig? Real talk. Real talk. Right? Yeah, see, Stephanie, your situation is different. She said, I work for myself, so I have the leisure to be able to cook 5 days. Yeah, that's a whole different situation. If you work for yourself, that's way different. I'm talking about people that's going to work every day. You know how hard it is to get up? Because if let's say you work a 9 to 5, you're getting up around 7, right? So you're getting to work, you're getting off work, right? By the time you get home, traffic, it's probably about 5:45, 6 p.m. Who has time to go home and cook a full meal every single day of the weekday? I just don't see it. I don't see it. You know, that's why I think it should be balanced. You know what I mean? It should be balanced. And I'm talking about if you're going outside the house to work, like a formal 9 to 5. I ain't talking about if you at home and you're comfortable in the home. If you at home, you can do whatever you want to do. Right? But that takes a toll on you, bro. Like real talk. And then on the weekends, y'all know y'all cooking on the weekends. Sunday, most of the time, ladies, especially ladies, y'all cooking. Right? So yeah, man. Oprah need to just, like I said before, she capping, man. Something going on with her. Right? I don't know what it is, but yeah, she capping. Right? Hold on. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something, man. I want to talk about this guy, Patrick Bet David. You guys, I got a problem with this guy. I got a problem. I'm tell y'all what problem I got with him right now too. I got a problem with this guy. I'm gonna tell you the exact problem I got with him too right now. Right. And y'all smash the like button, share the video, like the videos. Y'all come on in here, man. I don't know if you guys know who this is. He's from the PBD podcast show. Got a big podcast show. You know, real heavy right wing content. You know. So they did something. I'm gonna tell you what they did that made me feel away. The PBD podcast, right? Major podcast, right? Came out. Now you guys already know Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, the Tate brothers. They had, you know, some salacious, some very bad allegations against them, right? And I'm talking about they had PDF allegations against them. Meaning, if y'all don't know what PDF is pedo, right? Pedo, right? Allegations, right? The Andrew Tate did, right? The guy who has openly said some of the most despicable, dishonorable things that anybody can say on social media. He has said these things. There is no contesting whether or not Andrew Tate have said the things that he said, where he talks about how he did certain things with these women of certain ages, took them certain places where he was at, and it's all online, his own words, right? So the UK now has come up. He's hit with like 59 charges. The two of them. He's got 42. His brother's got the other amount, right? But his charges in particular got PDF charges. right? Of indecent content, right? Of you know what, the youngin, right? The youngins, right? People that's not of the right age, right? Let me tell y'all something. PBD podcast, disgusting what y'all did. Disgusting what y'all did. Because I listened to what they said about that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was thoroughly disgusted that they sat right up there and they defended Andrew Tate. And they tried to make it seem like they were going to question, right? They tried to make it seem like they were going to question, oh, the UK doesn't prosecute. No. What does that have to do with him and the things that he's being accused of? But the PBD podcast, what they did was they came out and moved the goalposts. They came out and moved the goalposts, talking about something. This a hit job. A hit job where? A hit job where? Right? Where's it a hit job? Right? Now, Andrew Tate has had multiple people come out and say he's on this type time. That's been either around him or part of his academy. For you guys who don't know, he has some type of school or academy where he was teaching these young men in the manosphere, all these different things. But the things he was saying, right? Right? The things he was saying, and there's videos out here, right? There's videos out here of this guy, right? And you had Bruce Rivers, who, and shout out to Bruce Rivers. I want to put this, you know what? I'm going to put this on the screen because I want to show y'all what Bruce Rivers did, right? I want to shout out to Bruce Rivers, right? I want to show y'all this. Hold on. I want to show y'all this. Show y'all this right now. All right. Put this on the screen because I want to give you guys a understanding of what I'm talking about, so y'all can understand where I'm coming from when I'm saying what I'm saying right now. All right. This is what I want to do. Let me put this on the screen. Get it off my screen. Put this on the screen for you guys. I want to show y'all this. Right. Now, I want everybody to look at this. I want y'all to look at what these guys said, right? And Bruce broke it down. And shout out to Bruce. Let's get to what he said.
Or coercion. Force, obviously, that's like being in chains and, not being allowed to leave. Fraud, being kept there under false pretenses. If there's an element of fraud in the way that you are enticing somebody or keeping somebody in a particular position to work for you, and if it's in the sex business, that's sex trafficking. Or coercion, threat of harm or some other way to limit your movement. And so let's kind of look at one of his very first videos that he did. These are his words, not my words. And I'm going to play it, and I'm not going to take it out of context. We'll play this. Let's just make sure I'm not taking things out of context.
When you say webcam company, people assume, oh, it's just a sex fest. But in reality, it's a shitload of people management. The HR category of the webcam business is the largest and most important thing. You're effectively taking girls, teaching them how to make unlimited money from home, and then making sure they give it all to you.
So you're making sure that you're teaching girls how to make a shit ton of money and give it all to you. Now, this is one of his first instructional videos. A lot of guys, he's got a lot of fans. And a lot of guys think, oh, in order to have some wealth, you have to have a Bugatti, you have to do this, you have to do that. In order to have wealth, you have to have self-pride. You have to know who you are as a person. And where do you get that from? You get that from building, as I've always said. So I do two things. I like to be motivation for younger guys and women for that matter, who are looking at maybe a possible direction in their career. So I like to motivate people in a very positive way. But the other thing I do is I do offer a legal analysis of what's going on here. Right off the bat, he tells you that his main goal is to have them work for him and him get all the money.
webcam studios everywhere. There's one webcam studio down the road called Studio 20 with 100 rooms. 100 rooms, 8-hour shifts, 3 girls a day. That's 300 girls a day working, and they all work on LiveGasm. So if you're going to go on LiveGasm, you're going to be competing with big time guys. And what you want to be competing with is people at home in their bedrooms. You don't want to be competing with serious businessmen, because I know for a fact Studio 20, the owner of Studio 20 and the owner of the website itself, LiveGasm, are friends, and they've got some kind of backhander agreement. So all the Studio 20 girls appear high on the web page. They appear at the top of the page. Obviously, if you're going to go on there, you don't want to scroll down 10 pages to find a girl. You're going to go to the girls in the first row. All his girls appear high up because he's giving the guy a backhand. It's all this shady business. It's a huge competition market.
So you can see his main thrust is just making money, and he doesn't give a shit how he does it. Really, he's going to tell you in a second here the origin of the story, and he's repeated these same concepts through multiple interviews, right? And so when you say I'm taking things out of context, we've sourced this and sourced this and sourced this, and he's repeated it multiple times. Is something when you hear who he wants to compete. He doesn't want to compete with the main factories. He wants to compete with the girls that are at home. So it that gives you an indication that he's going, it's like in nature, I suppose. It's you go after the weakest.
Now, I've told very shortly my story, how I kind of started my whole webcam business. I'll tell it again in detail here. I was fighting. I had some money. I had 70,000 pounds in a safe in my...
One of our viewers had indicated that he's gotten most of his money from fighting. He had 70 grand, 70,000 euros or pounds or whatever he had. And that was it.
Bedroom in my house. I wanted to buy property in Thailand and move to Thailand. I needed 80,000. I was 10 grand short. And I thought I'd go to the casino and make the 10.
That's also telling. I'm going to go to the casino and try to make money when he's not even a gambler. Guys, stay away from the casino. There's a reason that they're so big.
Which was obviously, we all know how that story went. So I lost 30. So now I need 40. I needed it quickly. So I was sitting there trying to find a way to make money. So how can I make money? And what I did was I said to Tristan, I'm literally not leaving my room until I have a way for us to make more money, because I can only fight so many times per year and I know their income. So I got a pen and paper, and I was on YouTube, like researching, how people make money, what millionaires have, and they kept talking about assets. And I was sitting there thinking, what assets do I have? I'm trying to buy a property. I mean, I didn't own a property in the UK at the time.
Now, think about the word asset. What is an asset? Well, I suppose this hat is an asset. It's not worth much, but it's really the brand is worth a lot more than the hat is. But what is an asset? The office, the building.
Now, so basically what he does is he goes in on Andrew Tate's entire setup, right? Because he says this online. Andrew Tate openly speaks about, right? He openly speaks about all of these things I told y'all about, right? He openly speaks about this. Hold on. I want to show you guys something, right?
A lot of money.
Okay, so first thing, I genuinely am a force for good in the world. You may not understand that yet, but you will eventually. And I genuinely believe I'm acting under the instruction of God to do good things, and I want to make the world a better place. I genuinely believe my legacy is a good legacy, and I believe that eventually, when the legacy media catches up, they're going to understand I'm a good, positive influence.
This is why I think I have a bit of a following on Twitter, because I have a unique resume. Like, there's a whole bunch of guys on Twitter, but not many, like world champion kickboxer, pimp, mafia associated criminal. Like, I've got all this stuff, and everyone's like, who is this dude? Like, surely it can't all be true. Well, it's all true. Yeah, so I did a deal with some Albanians, and I needed some money. We won't go into details. I needed some money pronto. So I'm sitting there, and I had a fight coming up, but the fight was too far away for money, and I needed money today. So I was sitting there thinking, how can I make money? What do I have that's worth money? Like, what do I have that I can even sell? And I was sitting there, and the only thing I had was all these girlfriends.
See, now, these are a lot of the different things that this guy was saying, right, over the years.
I think what happens with guys, they don't deal with women with plan. They don't plan. They leave it to like what she'll let me do or what I could get out of her and play it by ear and all this. Nah.
Yeah.
It has to be pre-decided in your head. You already got to be like, how, and I tell guys this with budget. With budget, when you're dealing with girls, you should treat it like any other expense.
Yeah.
Like, so how much is it for me to upgrade to a phone? It's 800 for the phone, and then I can do the okay. Because you already know in your head, if this motherfucker say 900, you can keep that shit.
Yeah,
you already know.
Yeah.
So with women, you got to kind of be the same way. Like, all right, I'm willing to pay this amount to spend time with this chick, and after that date, if what I mean,
completely. And what you said there about entering with a plan is super important because that also guides the manipulation we were talking about earlier. Like it doesn't mean rush it, right? If your plan is to have kids with her, don't be saying that day one. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. But you can certainly mention in the first few weeks or months when you see a family on TV, you know what? What do you think about having a family? I think that'd be beautiful.
And you can test her.
And you can test her and you can understand things. Now, most men can't be patient with it. But if your game's right and you can be patient, you understand where you're trying to go, then you can guide her with your manipulation correctly and you can get what you want. But if you don't really know what you want, then you can't do the game right. So you're right. Nothing good, I said this all the time, but nothing good in life happens on accident. How do you get in such good shape? Accident?
Right. Oh, definitely not.
No, you know how did you're never gonna be like, oops,
you know what it is?
You want.
I think what happens with guys
now. So there, and I told you guys, there is various things, right, that he has said that's online over the years, where he's talked about a lot of different aspects of these things, right? To where now people looking like, oh shit. Now, and there's also a video on X of this guy basically telling on himself. Now, why am I saying this stuff? I'm saying this stuff, and I'm gonna show y'all this, all right? I wasn't gonna show y'all, but I'm gonna show y'all. F it, right? I'm gonna show y'all, right? F it. I'm just gonna show y'all. Right? I'm gonna show y'all this. Right? Oops. My fault. I did this something wrong. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show y'all something. Right? He said this. Let me put this on the screen. I'm gonna put this on the screen. Hold on 1 second, you guys. How do I get that video right here that I had? Because this video is the craziest video I've ever seen. Okay, here we go. Here we go right here. All right. So let me put this up here for y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this, and I'm gonna show y'all why I think that Patrick David Betts and those guys are reprehensible for defending this guy.
The girl's responsibility is to worry about the room, sit in the room, smile, be happy, keep the room engaging, keep it interesting, well-lit room, looks pretty, has something nice on, whatever. And all those private messages you are going to reply to, and you're going to reply to them via screen share on a computer in a different room. As long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network. Now, if you're sitting here going, well, how do I screen share? Google it. I'm not fucking wasting. That's the kind of shit you can Google or type into YouTube. Screen share max. Effectively, this computer can control that computer. They become the same screen. And that allows you to click with your mouse on the boxes and reply and pretend to be the girl. Also, you need to have another little notepad in the bottom right-hand corner to give the girl instructions. Pay attention. If you're lost here, rewind the fucking video.
Now, see, he's literally telling on himself in all of this. He's literally telling on himself. He has videos out here where he is basically incriminating himself. Right? Right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable work. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before in my life. Where a guy comes out and he told all these things on himself, and then he wonders why they went to go pick him up. He then turns around and wonders why they went to go pick him up when he got all this stuff on the internet, man. Right? Bro, this shit crazy. Hold on. Now let me go ahead and show y'all this. All right. Bro, there's no way you doing this amount of talking on the internet, bro. And then wonder why they come to get you. Now, let's get to this. Look at this, you guys.
And I only get away with that because the girl of 6 years plays along. So Vivian's been with me 6 years. She's completely head over heels in love with me. She wants kids with me, everything. When I bring on new girls, I usually pair them with Vivian. Because Vivian's younger. Melissa's like 28. Vivian's like 21. Girl of 6 years plays along. Vivian's like 21. Girl of 6 years plays along. Vivian's like 21.
Now, so what is they saying, you guys? He's saying, yeah, man, she was 21. What is that? What age does that put her at? 6 years ago. So all of these different things is online with this dude basically telling on himself. You can't make it up. You can't make this up. The things that they have with this man on camera. Right? So there's no explanation to this. I mean, there's no, hey, well, you know, no. He's literally said these things, right? I want y'all to hear this. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all this. Y'all need to get the context of what I'm saying. Right? Now look at this, you guys. Let's get the context of this. Now let's look at what he says.
I have to fuck her so she obeys me. I don't give a shit about having sex with beautiful women. I fuck them so they listen to me, so I can get what I actually want, which is not them. It's a means to an end. Every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do. When I watch a Bond film and I see him basically pimp a bitch, to me that speaks to my heart. I've been there.
So here's the thing. When he says that, you then can't get upset when they come get you, dog. But the fact, and this is where we got to get back to this guy. And I've left a lot of the more crazier things he said that have incriminated himself out of this. But the fact that Patrick Bet David and them came out defending this guy, bro, I'm finna tell y'all this. The fact that he came out defending this guy. Now, his podcasts have already been under a lot of criticism lately. Bro, the dude has been accused. Let me repeat myself again. He's been accused of having PDF material. The UK officials had to show this to the United States Department of Justice to even get them to sign off on the extradition. What am I saying? I'm saying that when they went to go extradite the Tate brothers, the UK officials had to show the evidence they had to the Department of Justice officials for them to say, okay, cool, y'all can take them boys. What they showed them was so bad, the United States, even though he claims, and I'm talking about the Tate, that they have contacts all the way up to the Trump family. He says they're very close to the Trump family, right? Think about this now. They still extradited. They still signed off on that shit. And now all the judge has to do now is say that the procedure was right and they out of here. But Patrick Bet David and his podcast gonna come out here and cap for a dude that got PDF allegations on his helmet. And listen, here's what, once again, this type of stuff cannot be alleged. Either you got it or you don't. What did they show the Department of, what did the UK show the Department of Justice that had PDF content in that. Come on, man. Stop the cap. Stop the cap, man. Think about what I just said. Everybody listening to this video. And they went on there talking about, oh, they're out here trying to, no. We ain't talking about that. Let's talk about, right? Say it again. Let's talk about what PDF content the UK allegedly they have on them boys, on Andrew Tate. How can anybody defend that? And then you got a whole group of people. He did an interview, and the interview just dropped, right, the other day, where he's defending himself, saying, oh, it's all a big setup. He got all these people thinking, bro, that they said, bro, listen, let me say this to you again. Either you have that stuff, or you had it on you, or they caught you with it, or they don't. It was enough so that Donald Trump's Department of Justice, who's already under hellified criticism, who are your friends, right? They align with your whole, they signed off the Department of Justice. And they let the U.S. Marshals go down there and pick those boys up. No doubt about it. But Patrick Bet-David in his podcast, as big of and as a constructive podcast, they're supposed to be defended this shit as far as the Tate brothers. They trying to go along with the narrative. Oh, they were set up. No. You either got it or you don't. So y'all question should have been, why did the Department of Justice sign off? What was the UK's evidence? Because don't you think if the UK had some bull job evidence, the United States would not have signed off to let them boys be extradited? Disgusting work, Patrick Bet-David, man. Disgusting work, bro. Disgusting work, man. And you had on your Valuetainment channel, you had some legendary interviews with some people, bro. But disgusting work, man. Straight up. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Nasty work, man.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.